Hello everyone, it's Cindy from Cinders. Here we go. So, I have got to the page decorations and mats, which have taken me quite a considerable amount of time to get done. Making one of these albums is one that you're specifically doing for someone is it's quite difficult. If I was just doing one for a friend or one because I wanted to, it would be brilliant. But I have struggled with this one, but I think we're there. So this might have to be in two parts. If it is, I'll see if I can make it as quick as possible, but unfortunately there's only one way of doing it, and my way of doing it is I'm crafting with you guys. So anyway, right, so this is what I've done so far. I don't think you'd seen it when I put ivy on. I still don't know what I'm going to do about this ribbon yet, but that's a whole different story. So okay, here we go. Right, so I have done a couple in advance because it would take forever otherwise, and I'm sure that some of you might not mind, but probably 99.9% of you do not want to spend more than 2 hours with me. Right, so this is the one that I've done. Now I had to cut this down because I can't remember why. So I just basically made them into little mats that you could put pictures in or jot down. And that is magnetic and will stay there. This one, I just decorated up one of my beautiful butterflies. I love them. And I have also put along the this punch, the decorative ribbon border punch. I use this in every single album I've ever done since it came out, obviously. I've got to do these bits, but as you can see, I've pre-prepared them. So I think we're going to start with that. That's it. So I'm not going to go into all the massively decorated bits. I'll show you at the end how it is, but I will show you what I've got to go on there, and then I'll come back and show you. So I'm working with something this size when you're trying to film, not great, and I'm certainly not moaning, because that would, I do love making albums, but like I said, I've really struggled with this one, and I don't know why. I really don't know why at all. Right, so, oh, and here's a tip. If you want one, probably think, nope, I don't want one. Now, I've always been a fan of the crystal glaze, and I done a hugs, birch press hugs, and I know that if I put on a coat of this, it takes quite a while to dry, which is hugely important when you've got all night, but I forgot to do it last night. So there's the irony. This is Hero Art lacquer pen. Now I bought this, and then I found out in the kit that I get every month, a day after I bought this from, I think it is Bumbleberry Crafts or Seven Hills Craft. I can't remember. I think it's Seven Hills Craft. Yeah, they're giving one away in the monthly subscription. So what's the irony? And Gina K also does one. Now, Gina K stuff I get from Bumbleberry, and it really helps when you're using American plates to have the base plates to have the right size cards, if you know where I'm coming from. Now we're going to go down here. So what I will do is I will show you as we go what I'm doing, and then when it comes to me putting on the decorative finishes, now depending on how time goes, I will show you that, or we'll do it in a separate, or just show you afterwards. So if you're one that hasn't got the time to sit and craft or watch, and you find my voice aggravating, there will be one afterwards to show you what it looks like at the end. So that is those 2 pages. Now this one, do you know what, I've ummed and ahed about it, and I have decided I am going to put one there for things to go into. So let's take off me. I was using my Scotch tape, the padded tape. I could not find my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals for love nor money. Yet this morning, I found them straight away. I'm sure I looked in there before, but someone was playing tricks on me, no doubt. Right, oh no, that's all there. Not this early in. Right, so I'm going to just try and line that up. Line it up without being directly above it. There. And then things can just be, a mat will be tucked in, and I will show you what mat is going in there a bit later. Yeah. Now this one, so Stamping Up, I might have to put another mat on, magnet on. These magnets have not been, oh, I don't think I got a magnet in there. Have I? Yeah, just need to put a smaller one in. I'll just hide one down the bottom here, or up the top there. I forgot what I was saying now. Last year, Stampin' Up! Done a pack of memories and more, which had babies and loving memories. So I actually got to use some of that up, and this is one of the mats that I used. Now this die here, which I can't think of its name, is so beautiful, and you're going to see me use it about 6 or 7 times in this. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. And I actually did use card in this instead of ribbon, because I wanted it to, I didn't want it flopping around. See what I mean? And I just done a slightly staggered die cut, one in black and one in pink, and that goes in there like so. I was going to say I was going to crunch it, but it's not. So you can put a picture on there. But I have to be careful what's in camera and what isn't. So I did decorate that one up a bit, but that is the only one, I think. Right, now we have to have some ivy, and apparently we have to have it right there because it's stuck. Now I have die cut lots of ivy, so in here I did think about putting something on, but I think I'm just going to weave some ivy, not ivory, in ivy. I'm not going to go over the top with it, but because that is quite a simple clear little pouch, I can sort of get away with it. Now the idea of these pouches, Anne Melville come out with them, and then one of my darling subscribers, I think she actually did put on, when I was talking about it, said that she had been doing double ones for years and had really enjoyed it. So I have tried double ones, and I have to say they are amazing. Right, let me tuck that. Ooh. Let's tuck that there, and that can then go around there, and then that just opens up. That's what I've done. I've done a pouch and then cut it, and I might put, well, I'm saying I might put a mat in there. I know I will. So this one, I've put here, do you remember I didn't like the thingies, the cut out bits, because you could see that it should be folded over to make a pocket. So I am going to put some ivory on each one so that it does not look silly. Now this is what these are mats that I have used from that collection, but I am going to make up some of my own as well, because I like to use the bits that I buy, but I thought I have got to start using up my bits that I bought from Stampin' Up over a year ago. I did use some for the really small mini album I done, you know, the boy and girl one. I've just got to start using them. I just have to start using them. Now, if when I come off camera I don't like that, trust me, it will be changed, but it hides that beautifully. So, I have some fairly good news. I have my date through that I'm going to have my back sorted out. I'm going to have an epidural and a series of injections put through my spine. There's only one spine, thank God. So I'm rather sick to say that I'm looking forward to it, but I kind of am. I want it done. I don't want to feel as many of you do, like pants. Right, now this is where I got to the point where I thought, right, I have got to do this with you. So now then, I will explain something. Oh, let me show you something very quickly first. Right, see, this is one of the ones that I've cut down so I can make it a bit of a wallet. So these are the bits that I've cut out that I can put on. These are the stickers that I can use and put on. And that is all that I have left. And trust me, I will be able to use that. So it's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I will be able to use that. I remember having a conversation with a friend who crafts, and we were asking what size you would consider scrap to throw away, and it's amazing how many how different people see it. I'm confused. Oh yeah, no, that's there, that's there. Right, so as I was saying before I went off on this paper is really quite thick. I think it's 240 gram or something. So when you're putting 2 pieces of paper on these, it's making the magnet work harder. Now, I don't think these magnets are as good as the ones I've had before. So what I have done is just added on a magnet. Hang on one second. A magnet on here and a magnet on there, so that they will hold. Slide it back up, and then that will hold them. It just seems so weak, or I can do it that way. So anywho, let's get these done. Yeah, so we were having a debate about what was a scrap, and I thought I would ask you what you would consider a scrap piece of paper, because she would call that bit there, cut off there, a scrap piece of paper. Now, I wouldn't, because I know I can get lots out of it. But some people literally use it, and if there's anything left, they simply just get rid of it, which kind of amazes me, but each to their own. I did say that at the time. I thought that she was crazy. Right, so here we go. Which side? Cool. That side. Yeah. And then with said friend even, I said, was she the type of person that completely cleared out her die? If I do a lot of sewing dies, which I might have said, I do a lot of stitching there, and it can, actually I'm going to show you, this is what some of the ones I'm going to make up to go in here. Let's see, but I do this for when I go to hospitals or appointments, half finished ones, so it's something I love. Now, since I've had my Gemini, it's been a lot better, and since I had a different brush, you know, the brush bits that you get, what do you call them? I have the Stampin' Up version, and I always found that I probably got a defective one because it would leave bits in. They weren't always complicated or thin dies, so I think I probably did have a defective one, which didn't help. But that one, because it's so much harder, takes everything out. So she said that she was at leave it until next time. That is the dies. You see, I can't do that. I cannot abide that. I have to have them clean, but that's me. But it will be interesting to know who leaves the bits and pieces in. Right, so as you can see, the reason I'm talking is because there is nothing at all exciting about someone putting paper on a piece of card. And I mean, I enjoy it, and I will be very glad to send this off and get this sorted. It's not that I've had enough of it, that isn't the right way to say it, but unfortunately my health and my ability to cope with fiddly little bits, sorry, I must watch how close I get, is not as good as it used to be. So there we are. That's using one of them, and then you can literally pop them down. Right, so why have I got that there? No, where have I got it? It'll come to me at mind in a minute. Right, so this is going to be fun. I need to put this on. Ah, it's covering my, yeah. Like I said when I was showing you, I went to town on this because if this has photographs in, it's going to become very, very heavy. So that's potentially 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So probably don't need that. Let's do that while I think about it. I love this one as well. It just literally puts the grain in. Right, so here we go. Only hides it. And I must go along and just trim them off. But I'm going to put the rocking horse up a bit. I shall trim that up, because as you know, if you fold that many items, it doesn't always go well. Well, not well, go right. That's the crystal glaze I used on it. The only thing I will say is, if you put crystal glaze on some things, it will change the colour. Right. Wish me luck with this one, please, because this is going to be a tricky one. It's a very, 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 very close fit. So I want him. Right, so I'm going to lay it gently. Wow. Okay. Okay. Look, done it. So now I wanted to check just to make sure. Oop, make sure around there that they stick. Squirt a glue up there. I have been using the Lawn Fawn ink there. They're pretty good. I enjoy those. Right, so there is that. Now I will go through and put little bits of decorations on. Now, right, to the lovely lady that thought I didn't, or was worried that I hadn't put on the magnets on here, I can literally put it on a series of magnets. I can put one there, and there's one down there as well. So to my lovely, lovely person who was really worried, it's definitely there. Now here is the mats that we done together. Did we do these? My memory. So I love that, and I have a funny to tell. Right, so these are just your basic mats. They are for photographs, or you'll turn them over and put some plain paper on, and you just write down things that you have found funny, or in this case, baby's first steps, baby's first smile, or just the memories of a day, of a special day. That's basically, it is like a keepsake. So I've done one of those, and this is one of those memories and more. I didn't like the background to those, so I stuck two together, and I thought my first, and you can just literally write down some details. This one, I have left this, it was to be a card, but I've left it so that you can either journal in it and write down, or put photos on it. So that is why it's in there. You're probably wondering what on earth I was doing. Now, what I will say is these pockets are wonderful, but when you've got hands that shake, they don't always behave. So if this album looks like it's not behaving, it's not the album, it's me. Right, so I'm going to take this butterfly off, and I love these. They amuse me when I'm colouring in. They make me smile, they make me happy. I'm not a great colourist. I try every day to try and make myself better, but that doesn't always work. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to put one on each side on both of them, and there, because it's horrid, I'm going to pop that there and probably use some of the alphabets that I got from Ellie, or leave it blank, or I could stamp anything in there. So that's the plan. So let's do that one first. Sorry, I keep going out. So I'm trying very hard to get away my for some reason, some people find my voice too loud and other people find it too quiet. I'm sure if you ask my colleagues, they would tell you I'm noisy. Right, so there we are. Now this is really, really thick. You can see it's like a canvas. See, that's what I worry about, that the thickness of it could cause a problem. But we'll see. Oop, wrong way. My new saying, I have a new saying, I love it. When I'm feeling sorry for myself or something goes wrong, suck it up, buttercup. I love it. I don't even know where I heard it. I've seen a stamp with chin up, buttercup, but who knows? And Tessa, can you please answer my email that I sent you? I did reply to you and I haven't heard anything back. So please, please get back in touch, because I'm worried about you. I've also haven't heard from Muriel for a while. I'm very aware of my my crafting friends, because that's what you are. And when I'm missing people, I do notice, and it makes me worry, because I am a worrywart. Now, the only thing is that I worry about now is, oh, it does. Didn't know whether having that amount of padding. Is there any up there? Yeah, okay. So you, oh, that's a nice thick one. Look, see that? That went in. So yeah, so that one. I will be popping, like I say, I will be popping the bits and pieces in there, and I'll come back and show you that, or I'll do another video if you want to see it. So, right, these are, again, these ones are from Memories and More. Yeah, I needed to use them, and these are, see a double-sided card, love it. These are using my new dies, and if you, can you see the stitching? And do you think from the life of me I can remember what they're called? I am going to put, I know I say it, but I really am going to put what they are and where I got them from. And they will just go in there. Let's do this one at a time. Right, 1. And again, these, actually, I need to be putting tabs in these. Oh, I put them on after. And I have that rather squashed, sticking to there. So what I'm going to do is, when I come off screen and complete that, is to stick that on there. And then I have, let's do it. And then you can see what I'm getting at. Nothing is more simple than this, except for when your hands are going into doing what the heck they want. Right, so you can bend them up and move them. Probably best not to on this though, because they're only going to get squished. Now you can do these in double colours. I've also done them in ivory, and they look delightful. And then I am just going to pop that across there. Now I don't know whether to cut it off there or to leave it going across the page. Actually, no, I'll do that. Right, so when I come back with this is all magically going to look good. I hope. Oh my goodness, I do hope. If they don't, I will be gutted. Right. Oh, and I have another funny, that somewhere in this album I made a boo-boo, quite a big one, and I am surprised that no one said anything, which only means that you must really, really care for me and not want to hurt my feelings, or you didn't notice either. No, that one was done. That one, I think that looks quite pretty, doesn't it? And you can foof it up, but there really isn't any point. Or actually, if I put a big glob of glue under there and leave it like that to dry, it will give them some definition. Right, so what have we got here? Okay, right. I only done this last night and already I can't remember. Right, so that's going to want to go there, I guess. That one is going to want to go there. So which one is the... Sorry. I know I'm a pain in the tush, but... So that is the inside or outside? Which one do I like better? The bear. I think the bear. But then that kind of goes... Oh, decisions. Should we go with the bear? Yeah. We'll go with the bear. Right, so the people we meet while we craft, I find that... Ooh, I need to sort that out. I find that you make the most incredible, friendly people you'll ever meet, to be honest. And I just find it amazing. I don't know any other group that I've ever belonged to, you know, like Oh, I actually don't know. But I do find that crafters are the most helpful, encouraging and beautiful people. So for all of you out there who have ever left a comment or wished me well, thank you. I am so lucky to have my crafting friends. Don't need to be here to craft with me because I'm crafting with you. That's going to annoy me. I'm going to have to stick that down later, but I'm not going to worry about that now. But I am going to worry about that. Yeah, so I've been on a little holiday. Not on a holiday, I've been home. Got some more time off, so I shall be having more tutorials. Right, so I'm just going to stick this card on. I'm going to be used out frame, but you basically know what you're doing. So I've needed some time off because, as you can probably guess, my job can be rather stressful. And my crafting room is my happy place. I've got a die that says my happy place. I love it. You can get a die for anything. And my dear friend Ellie, who sent me that gorgeous messy art, makes a happy heart, which I have up on my wall, has kind of got me interested in cameos. I don't know what the old man will say about that, but right. When you first do these, they are going to be stiff. That is the way of things. That's better. You just need to, what you see there, I shall glue that and work it in, because someone was actually worried that it wouldn't open. And I shall just go through and do a quick check that I haven't missed anything when I do. Oh, this is what I mean. This die here, oh, let me show you. Put a little rocking horse there to cover up the magnet, because I'm leaving this tone on tone, which I thought was a nice, but look at just, it's gorgeous. And I've got one for the bottom as well. And then you can just, whoever, you can put your, oh, let's use me nod. Oh. Sorry for the noise. I'm trying not to be noisy today. But that isn't happening. Oh. I'll tell you about that as well. Give you that tip. Clean. Well, they're all clean. They're just coloured. Right. So we are going to just get rid of this paper. Ooh, preferably not stick it to your album that you're just doing. Yeah, there's always one bit that sticks. Right, so we are going to put some glue on there. Let's move this out of the way. Can you still see me? Yeah. And we are just going to pick up some glue. Try not to move it too much, otherwise you're just going to make everything around it sticky. And we don't want that, do we? No, no, no. So So just put that into place. I might not have put enough glue on there. No, I haven't. Let's do it the old-fashioned way in front of you. It always works when I'm off camera. Works quite perfectly, I tell you. You'll be thinking, yeah, but it really does. So, also, I have been buying some bits and pieces. I know you won't believe that. But I'm going to be making some cards. So I don't know if you actually... The thing is, at the moment, show people what you brought. And don't worry, that will dry completely clear and matte, which is so important. I just think that's beautiful, beautiful. So I thought I might show you, and if any of you think you'd like to see something used, you can tell me. Mind you, I have got some lovely ideas coming through. And do you remember Ellie that gave me all the things that she had done? We are hopefully going to see her YouTubing soon, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and I shall encourage her all the way. Right, so then that one will go there. It is literally tone on tone. That's all I wanted, something really, really simple. And then when that's closed, I think it looks pretty. And it actually does look pretty with it all not stuck down perfectly. That's what I'm going with. Right, let's get those out of the way. Where did I put my others up there? Right, so now I will decorate that up. I have, these dies are wonderful. They actually cut them crooked because I have real issues trying to make something crinkly because my brain wants straight lines. And I've used those again, and I've used that again. They do actually come off so that you can put them around a card and it looks like it's stitched, but I really love that, the look of that. So again, they will be tagged and have nice things on. I will show you what I have that is going to go in there, and all I'm doing with that is tucking it in. Right, here we go. Now this is another mat that I'm going to leave for journaling or pictures, or them taking out and thinking, oh, I'll send it to someone, which is fine. I mind not a jot, but I will personalise that. But look at that. I got this from Alta New recently. It's just gorgeous, and I thought if I put it on there, then it pretty much will take up that whole bit there, and I kind of like that. So I recently got the Tim Holtz ink lifter. Wow, if you saw what I got into trouble with is Distress Resist. Oh yeah, all the warnings. You must not use it on something you wish to keep. Yeah, but I don't know why I don't really listen to what people are telling me. Right, I'm going to leave wipe that off because I don't want that sticking to there, and I was rather stupid. Actually, I can probably put a piece of that non-stick bit there. Non-stick bit. Now, I'm going to make up... I wonder why I didn't make up these butterflies. Right, it's going to be quick anyway. So what was I gabbling on about? Oh yeah, so I don't know if you want me to show you what I buy, because sometimes it feels like it's almost like, look what I got, no, and it's desperately not meant like that at all. I really, and again, it will dry matte. It is not my intention at all to show everyone what I've got, and well, it is really, but just so that you can see if it's something that you might like doing, or you might think, oh, I've been looking at it and now I don't like it. So there we go. Just think we've only got another couple of months. It does get easier. So what I might do is upload this when I finished it, and then do another one of me making up all the bits and pieces, so that if anyone is interested, they can see how I got to that point. And for those of you who aren't, I shall just do the end bit as showing the album off, and hopefully that will please as many people as possible, because I get so many lovely people saying, we love your tutorials, you know, you make mistakes and you leave them in. Well, yeah, I do, because I learn more from my mistakes than I do. A couple of YouTubers have left in their mistakes and now are a lot more professional, so they take out their mistakes, and I don't. But then if you don't like my way of filming and tutorials, then you don't have to. No one's forcing you to watch them. Of course, I want my tutorials to be liked. I want to be liked. No one likes to be not liked. But if you're looking for a 5-minute here's a bag, I've just changed paper tutorial, then that isn't me, I'm afraid. I'll go ahead and put some gems on there, but they are going to go there and there, and I'm not actually going to put them on just yet because I want to gem them up. Right, so that one, because then it'll all be, yeah, definitely, because they're going to be at a wrong angle otherwise. Anywho, so I went on, if anyone's seen the Concord and 9th, the Concord and 9th new releases, I have bought the big flower bundle, which is huge, and it won't fit on a card. Maybe it will for us Europeans, because ours are slightly bigger, so that might be a bonus. But it is stunning, and I can't wait to get it. But I just can't wait. That's what I hate. That's why I usually try and stick to buying American stuff in this country. Now, I could have used that one, but hey ho. I try to leave it to buy in this country. Altenew will send my bits through usually within business days, but there is a small import charge, and it's nothing that I'm bothered with. Hero Arts used to send it through regular post, and I would also get charged for that. Sorry, I'm just trying to get some of the glue off. But they use a different company now, so I don't get charged for that. Right, so I do often want just to buy from this country because then they only wait a day or two. Not that I'm impatient much. So as you can see, I've kind of stuck to my peaches and cream sort of colours. Right, we like our peaches and cream colours, or I do. In other words, that's ivory and pink. There. I've been having the greatest fun at the moment, just before I go to bed, feeding our hedgehogs that we found in our garden. Now they are declining. I think they said we've lost a third of our beautiful hedgehogs in the last 10 years. So my husband will be making up a hibernation house for him. Well, I think he said he's going to make 2, so that in case Pog doesn't find one, he can find the other. And yes, I've named the hedgehog. It's Pog. I know, but I love nature. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's getting to the point where it's good that I'm going to cut off. Right, so look at these. Look at these. Aren't they pretty? Pretty, pretty. So what did I put in there? Oh, how strange. Oh, I don't know what I've done for that. That will be decorated the next time you see it, because I can't use it in there. Mind you, it will have some. I will use those because I think they're pretty, and I love, if not tone on tone, a slight difference in tone. Right, so this one here, again, I've gone for that because it can be so many things, and more mats will be going in. That one might actually be taken out altogether because it was just to show what is going to happen. And here we have a big pocket, which I didn't think too much about, silly, but this is the stitching that I do, so that's gone on there. And I've used that to cover a magnet. So why have I covered? Oh, that's because I didn't have enough paper. That's why. So that and that is going to be for that. That and that is that, and that's that. See, you understood all of that, didn't you? So I hope everyone is well and keeping well. It's rather ironic. I'm not a fan of the heat. I'm not supposed to go out in it anyway because of my immunosuppression. It makes me more likely to skin cancer, but I have always had sunstroke and hated the sun. And I also have problems with sun blindness. Well, that sounds too dramatic, but it is just walking out into bright light. It will dazzle me, just like some of these new car lights. Oh, I tell you what, that is scary. Some of those lights, and when they say that in the adverts that it knows to if there's a car coming towards it, it knows when to close down certain parts of the headlights so that it doesn't blind people. What a load of tosh. Absolute tosh. So this paper pack has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right, so, which then got me silly thinking. You see, that one was the wrong way, so I'm going to put it on the inside, but that wasn't the mistake I made. What was I going to say? So then I got to thinking, right, well, I've done what I call an 8 by 5, because more people have that. I will be popping on I love you on there, but again, you don't need to watch me do that. And I will be back to show you the rest. Now we are getting there, everyone. I can hear you. Yip, yip. Right, so I'm going to put on the little girls. Can anyone see the mistake? And if you can see the mistake, would you have seen it if I hadn't have pointed it out? I'm surprised at you, Ellie. You usually spot it. And Anne. And Susan. No one told me. Right. Right, so there is the insides, outsides. Not long to go now, my lovelies, and then I'll be on to the decoration and the beautification, because I've got lots of lovely bits that I've been sent that I can use, and the way I see it, you buy dies to use them. As I said before, I used to do a lot of quilting and embroidery, modelling, painting, drawing, all sorts. And every time it happened, I threw myself into it wholeheartedly. You know, I had to have this and I had to have that. So I think he's really glad that I've stuck to this and not worn it out. Right, I'm going to put that in there and that one up there, which I'm not going to do now. And I also have one of them to use somewhere. Anywhere, I don't. You'll see it. So that will be in there. And here is, I've done some more of these mats, but I'm going to put the bigger one in because there is a big pocket here in my lovely nappies or diapers. So that one, and in this one. So I cut his little arms. I don't ever want to say that about a rabbit again. Or I don't know whether to put them like him like that. But I think, let's have a look. Because I just think he's so beautiful. I don't really want to cut any bit of him off. Not cut, hide it. Now I think the whole one. But let's just pop in there. So that I'm not doing much with, except for to put my month back in because I couldn't find it. I had to re-glaze the one because it got ripped off. And when I come back, there will be corner protectors on these as long as it doesn't interfere with those. So now is the time I need to decorate it. And what I will show you very briefly is what I shall be using, or what I might be using. So I've got these bits. I'm going to be using that one or that one, and I love this. I thought I made it for a card, but I didn't have that white bit in, but then I thought, well, that actually might make a really good mat because it's kind of pretty. Anyway, I might. I'm not saying I will, but I might. So there's another butterflies and one of them. I bought these by mistake thinking they were the little ones. I have got the little ones now. I'm not too sure on that. Anyway, I am going to make a little photo frame, which I have my thing in and my stamping little strips. So that will be going in. So there's a couple of hugs that will be going in, and I've done some of these mats in ivory should the need arise, which it might. I've done more of these. I will use them on cards if I don't use them on this. These are so stunning. I've still got my little stickers, and that goes with that, which will go on one of the other pockets. So I've got my stickers there. These are, I was just showing you how tiny these went to, that I've just recently bought. And look at the tall ones as well. How cute is that? Too cute. I have my bows and my butterflies and some pacifiers, or dummies as we call them. Some beautiful clips. Some pegs, and we've got some plastic. I'm actually going to put those on string and have them hanging off the back. Library clips. They are going on the front. I'm going to be using some of them. I will be using these to label the ivy. I'm going to be using loved with some of these corners. Don't know that I might use the others. I might use that one because that could kind of. That's a small mat, and again more mats. So there's the hugs that I made up earlier with that lacquer that dried really quickly. And then I have those stickers to use and those that I cut out. Those. So they will be beautified by the time I have finished with it. And what I might do is upload this one and see how many people will actually want to see me add these, or if you want to just see the end. I really won't be offended. I'm not easily offended. Let's put that back in and give that one a wash. I keep my my little storage here. The top ones are the dirty ones which I have to clean, and the bottom one's the clean one. This I have to show you as well. If any of you, sorry that's so noisy. If any of you really love glitter paper, can I say Simon Says and Concord and Ninth, and I have the Concord and Ninth. It's beautiful and it does not shred, but I've always had such a, I love Stampin' Up's glimmer paper. So all as I do now is I put over some of my Nouveau Glaze, Nouveau Crystal Glaze even, and it just makes them all shiny and no glitter. Yay! So there you go, and they can be used as well. Oh, and them, can't forget them. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off now. I'm going to upload this. I am probably going to record that, but record what I'm doing, but people might not want to see it. Mind you, if I record it, I can put it up. If people don't want to see it, then they can wait till the final reveal. Easy as peasy, eh? Right, so thank you ever so much for sticking with me for 1 hour and, oh, sorry, and 6 minutes. Oh, I tell you what, you guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing, and I love you all to bits. I really do. If I could only have you all around my house, I would enjoy crafting with each and every one of you. And if you are in a local-ish sort of area, I am going to be doing a craft with friends. I'm not selling anything. Nothing is being sold. We're just going to have a big lot of crafters together. It's something I'm sorting out, so hopefully I can get other people on board. But it's just to come, have a laugh and a joke, and have a look at what you may or may not like in your stash. I'm not saying anything. I'm making that really clear. We'll be using my products and some products you bring with you, but it's just fun. Anyway, I will thank you so much for joining me for 1 hour and 7 minutes, and I will see you soon. Thank you for spending part of your day with me, and big hugs. Bye.